Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. So today I'm going to show you a simple loop scarf that you can do all by yourself at home. So this is something that you basically pull over your head and that's it. So here's the wool that we're going to use. So it's called Urban Roots and it's 97% wool, 3% polyamide and 50 grams per 60 meters in each ball. So we have here 8 to 10 millimeter hooks. Recommended. I'm going to do a little bit bigger size. So I started with 12 millimeters and the rest I did with the 20 millimeter hook, so the rest of the scarf. And I'm going to show you how you can do this. So it's going to be a really cool project and it's also going to be really simple. So even if you're a beginner, don't be afraid to try it out. So I'm going to show you the structure a little bit. I hope you can see the way the stitches work with each other. So from the one side and from the other, looks really nice. I like the inside and the outside both. So anyway, let's get started right away, so stay tuned. So let's start with the 12 millimeter hook first and then we'll switch to the 20 millimeter one. And I also have my measuring tape to make sure we have the perfect length. So I need about 60 centimeters in length. The number of stitches doesn't matter this time. So let's measure the length now. Okay, so we're good. I have 60, a little bit over 60, that's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna stay with this number of chains. So now we just need to make sure that everything's looking good, that we don't have any twists or knots or anything weird going on, and then we can connect it into a loop. So I'm gonna go through the very first chain and I'm gonna do a slip stitch. That means I'm just pulling the thread through both loops at the same time. And then we can switch to our bigger hook, the 20 millimeter one. So let's get started right away. So with the bigger hook, I'm gonna do one chain. That's gonna be for the height. And then I'm gonna go into every chain that I already did and I'm gonna do a slip stitch. So basically just pull the thread through and that's all you need to do. And I'm gonna do that with every chain that I have. So this is what the first round looks like. So the chains are going to be a little bit tighter, but we want them that way. So don't worry if they seem a little bit too tight. That's because we're using a larger hook than we started with. So I'm here at the beginning of the row again, and here is the first chain that I did for the height and then the first one in the actual row. So I'm going to go into that one, but instead of going through the entire chain, so through both of these loops on top that build this V, I'm going to go just through the back half of it. And then I'm again going to do slip stitches and I'm going to keep going like this in spirals until I run out of yarn or until I'm satisfied with the height of my loop scarf. So just remember to always go through just the back half, so the back little loop instead of both of them. So this is what I have after 3 rounds. So you can see the one side, what it looks like, and this is exactly the spot where I started the rows. So you see how invisible this is, so you won't be able to see where I started and stopped with each row or round, so that's why I'm calling them spirals instead. So I'll do a little bit more and then I'll be back. So I almost did 2 entire spools, and now this is what you can see. So I'm gonna see how long this is, or how tall. So this is about 30 centimeters, and I think that's just fine. So I'm gonna stop here. So now all that we gotta do is basically finish up this last spiral. So just make sure it ends nicely, and then we're pretty much done. So I'm gonna again start with my smaller hook, and we're basically gonna do the ending the same way we did the beginning. So here is the hook. And now I'm gonna go into each stitch that I have, and I'm again gonna do slip stitches, but they're gonna be a little bit tighter since the hook is smaller. So this way we get a really nice edge here, and that's exactly what I want. So now we can shorten the thread if you have any left over, and then we can pull it out. So now I'm going to show you how to hide it so that nobody can see where you stopped and where you began. So we go through here and then we go once back. So you basically return to the stitch where you started from. There we go. And then if you take a look, you're not going to be able to notice where it started and stopped. So now all we need to do is weave that in, and we're pretty much done already. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to let us know by shooting a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified every time we post something new. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!